Hi folks, welcome back to Kubistar Music. My name is Yakub Saputra. Today we're going to talk about something that is very important for musicians, which is how to develop your musician ear. By the end of this video, you will know at least 3 ways that you can do today to give you ninja ear. As musicians, we often forget that music is actually a business of sound. Unlike photographers and graphic designers who primarily use their eyes to discern and create great products, we as musicians rely 100% of the time on our ears to create great music. So developing our ears should be very high on our priority list, not our social media presence, not our collections of our gears, not even our ability to play our instruments. Because essentially, we won't be able to play back or sing back or compose something that we never heard before. Well, I don't want to get into a philosophical argument here, but let me say this. As a musician, you're only as good as your ears are. So, how do you go about developing your ear? Number one, go and transcribe great music. Transcribing is basically you go play a record and try to figure out what the musician played in that record as close as possible. Note by note, chord by chord, even by the slightest inflection that the musician made in that record at that time. The bottom line is that you are doing your best to figure out what they play so that you can play along with them at the end of the day. Trust me, transcribing will absolutely give you a ninja ear, especially if you do it regularly. I believe this is the fastest way for you to upgrade your ear. The reason is that when you're transcribing a record, you're actually at a moment of highly attentive listening. This kind of intense listening session cannot be achieved any other way. If you're a jazz musician, you're probably already very familiar with this. But the benefit of transcribing music is not only limited to jazz music. You can also be benefited if you listen to classical music, pop music, reggae, basically any kind of music. So if you hear great music on Tidal, Spotify, iTunes Music, from wherever you hear it, don't immediately go and find a chart or the available transcription. Instead, hit the rewind button and start transcribing. Let's go to number 2. Sing your favorite tune with Solfege. Yeah, maybe this is the first time of you hearing anybody saying this at all. I know this is super nerdy, but trust me, it will give you an added point of ninja ears and brain. For those who are not sure what solfege system is, it's basically that system of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I'm pretty sure you know it. So how exactly do we do this? First, let's pick one of your favorite tune that you already memorized by heart. Well, let's try this with Ed Sheeran's Perfect. Give me a break, okay? I'm not a singer, so I'm gonna have to try it anyway, but this is it. I found the love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, that. But now what? Let's try to remove the lyrics and sing the solfege instead. Here we go. Sol, la, do, mi, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, re. Now, you may not even know what the solfege of the first note in that song. In that case, you will have to find the do first. Well, this is my do. Do. And then we're gonna have to count and retrace where the first note is from that do. For example, I found the love, and my do is do. I do, ti, la, sol. Sol, I found the love. Sol, la, do. There you go. Then you find your first phrase. Sol, la, do. Mi, mi. Re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, re. Well, if you think it's gonna take a while, yeah, I have to admit, it will take a while if this is your first time. But the more you do it, it gets easier. The more you are able to identify a single note in relation to do, which is very valuable. This exercise will only give you a ninja ear if you're not reading any notations whatsoever. This is not an exercise where you have notations in your hand and you just merely read it off of the score. That's more like a sight reading exercise. That's not what we're doing here. The bread and butter of this exercise is that you figure out the note and the solfege mostly in your head. When you do that, you basically create an immense amount of connections in your head between the sound of the note and the right labeling that comes with it. That's why it is best to choose a song that you're already very familiar with, that you already memorized by heart, at least the melody. Well, the first time you do it, you might want to go to the keyboard and try to check how accurate you are. It's totally fine, even recommended. Just don't stick with the keyboard for too long. Try to use your brain instead. Now, if you're really serious about developing your ear, I want to challenge you now. Go sing your favorite song completely in solfege and post it on your Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, or wherever it is, and put the hashtag Kubistra Music Challenge. And don't forget to tag me too. Well, let's go to number 3 then. Go listen to a playlist that you are not familiar with. This one is of course not as intense as the first two tips that I gave you, but this is not very easy too. In the first two challenge, you are working on your technical ear. But in this one, you are challenging your musical comfort zone. Going to an unfamiliar playlist could be daunting. There's a reason why you like your playlist. Because you like the genre, you like the instrumentations, and you probably can relate to the lyrics. But when you listen to an unfamiliar playlist, you will feel like you're going to a different country with a different culture and entirely different mood. You might feel a little out of place, but only then you can get something fresh, a new harmonic approach, a new perspective, new ideas that you wouldn't have by staying comfortable in your own playlist. Listening to an unfamiliar playlist will challenge your ear to start listening to more elements in music, and as a result, make you a well-rounded musician. That's it, folks. 3 ninja ways to develop your musician ear. Now I want to turn it over to you. Which of the 3 ways from today's video are you going to try first? Are you going to start by hopping into an unfamiliar playlist? Or are you going to go hardcore and start singing your favorite song in solfege? And if you want to connect more with me and get weekly just licks and bite-sized music theory gems, head over to Instagram and follow me at Saputra Yakub. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button below and subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Just click on the subscribe button below this video and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next video. Let me know by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching. See you at the next video. It will give you an absolute, what is that absolute? Absolutely.